This conference will now be recorded.
I got it today. Yeah. I think he sent me last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Definitely.
so I'm very grateful for that.
No problem.
The other thing, you call it PPT or PT?
Yes, PPT I have sent you for DSN, right?
Yeah, yeah, you sent me only for this, and I was actually asking you to send me the whole thing, rather than like going here and there and collecting it from the videos one by one. Anyway,
Right.
Last night we did the. Okay, let me share my screen, and I can.
Okay.
That way to be for you to see it too. Can you give me the access to share?
I have given.
Yeah, got it. Come on. This thing is the most weirdest thing I have ever seen. My God. Okay, maybe here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's go. If you see my screen, I'll probably need that thing right there. So, like the one when we configure the DSN, just you show me 4 steps last night, and the first step was just simply firing the command, and then the second one is going to the ODBC INI stuff, and then editing that thing. Let me show you. Yeah, I think I'm exactly there. Yeah,
that's
okay.
right.
So if I buy this file, which happened to be this one, so like you, okay, then you see right here what it says: warning, changing a readable file.
Changing a read-only file. Okay, I got it. Means you are not able to edit this file. That's what you are saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Can you come out from this file?
Yes, actually, I came out from this one, and I changed it to root. Then I able to did it through the root, but I never seen you last night when you did it. You were doing it as
last night I did it with the npm user, not with the root user.
Yeah. That is what I'm saying. If you able to.
Yeah, I can exit from the file. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you execute a command called who am I?
Who am I?
Yeah. You must be root, I believe. So you must be. No, it's who. WHO.
Oh yeah. Who am I?
Perfect. You are in MQM. Okay. Can you do ls minus lrt?
Plus minus LRT.
Yeah, minus is missed.
Yeah, minus LRT.
That's the thing.
Here it says it is the root.
The ownership is root. Okay.
It's supposed to be MQM right here. But my question is, if yours is right here MQM, why mine is root? What is the difference? Like, is there something wrong I did while I did the installation?
No, it's everything correct. Let me tell you one thing. So the thing is, when we did the installation, we have done the installation with the root user, right? So the thing is, when we did the IBM integration bus binaries, that is going to be installed all the binaries in OPT, MQM, MQS, OBT, IBM, MQS file system with the root user only. That is expected because installation is done with the root user only. Now the thing is, as soon as installation is done, so there is a file called OPT, IBM, MQSA, right? There is a folder called OPT, IBM, MQSA, right?
Yeah.
That MQSA folder, we need to change the permission ownership as the MQM and MQM. Okay. Okay. Can you go to OPT IBM? CD space.
So to go into installation path.
Yes, the installation path.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. PWD.
Oh yeah, create working directory. Okay. I think now I'm on the root. So change directory to IBM.
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 Enter.
MK.
No, enter,
Okay.
enter. Yeah. ls space minus lrt. Now see, MQSI folder is having root permission. So
Yeah.
it should not have the root permission. You should be having the MQM colon MQBRKRS users permission.
You mean this one?
Yes, exactly.
So this one's supposed to have MEQM permission?
Yes, MQM and then MQBRKRS.
Oh, okay.
So,
The first one is MEQM and the second one is MEQ brokers. MEQM
yes,
brokers.
exactly.
So shall we go to the root and change the ownership?
Yes, please switch to root user and then change the ownership.
Actually, I don't need to show it. Yes, it is enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
okay. Now go to OPT IBM.
I think still I have to go back.
That's fine. Just switch to CD space OPT IBM. That's it.
Okay.
CD slash OPT. CD IBM. PWD. All right. ls space minus lrt. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So now,
ownership.
yeah.
Use minus capital R flag. chmod space minus capital R.
Okay. Minus capital R. Is that for recursive?
Yes, exactly. So that this directory and inside all the subdirectories and the files of this folder will be having mqm colon mqbrkrs user. If we do not use minus R folder, I mean minus R option, only MQSI directory is getting updated, but inside MQSI, it will be having root permissions only. That's what minus R flag is for. No, hold on. MQSI. It's MQM colon not slash colon
Oh, colon. Okay.
MQBRKRS KRS. R is missed. Yeah. Space MQSI. Enter.
Hold on.
What happened?
It says invalid
Oh,
mode.
hold on. Not CH mode. It's CH own. Ownership we have to change, right?
Yeah. It is the ownership. Yeah.
Yeah. So CH own. Replace mode with own.
Still, it is going. Okay.
Yeah, it's executed. Now, if you do ls minus lrt, now see, MQSI is having MQM, MQBRKRS. Go inside MQSI.
You mean this MQSI?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Do ls minus lrt. See, this folder is also now updated with the MQM, MQBRKRS shape. Previously, it was root and root.
Yeah. So that's why we did recursively stuff.
Exactly. Now, can you open odbc.ini file and try to edit?
Yeah, let me
Switch to MQM user first.
Yeah. Then change directory to MQN.
No, hold on. What you're doing? What is /MQM? There is no /MQM thing. Okay, OPT,
Hold on,
OPT, IBM, MQSI.
Oh, is that in OPT directory? Here you go.
Yes.
Change directory to ODBC.
There is ODBC.
Oh, okay.
Unix ODBC.
Yeah, Unix. Hold on. This is the one we have to buy.
Yes.
Okay. Come on.
No, you have not given space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can insert the data, whatever you want to insert.
So you just scroll it down first, yeah? Because when I was trying to copy it, it was like copying immediately next to the where I just the original copy I do. So what I did was I did like this. To the bottom, then insert mode, some space. Yeah, I couldn't get that.
No, cursor. No, don't use mouse. Mouse doesn't work here. Use cursor to go up. I mean, use arrow keys.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So is this the one we copied?
Yeah, whatever it is, you copy that. Yes. Now using the down arrow key, come down.
No, I just selected it. When I come down, it's gonna copy that way.
Yeah, selected means it's already copied. Can you do paste now?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. I was like right clicking it. Okay. Yeah. So here you did.
Yeah, the service name.
Yeah, that's I'm fine with everything after that. That's,
Okay. So now it's clear.
Yeah, I was. So come on.
What happened? Press escape button. You want to save it, right?
Yes, it's command right.
WQ.
What?
WQ.
Yeah, what we use for to do delete?
Go to insert mode. Yeah, use a backspace or delete button. Yeah, that's it. Now let's save the file and let's try to reopen and let's see what is the content it is having. So escape
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
colon WQ exclamatory enter. Invalid command line window. What nonsense did he say? Okay. Okay. Can you give me the control? Let me try to figure it out. What went wrong? Give me the
Yeah.
control.
Yeah. Send the visa request.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, it's done. Fine, it's done, Kelly.
Yeah. Why I was having the trouble? What happened?
I really don't know what the commands you have pressed, but after I have taken the
Just
control, I just did a escape key button, colon, WQ, and then enter. This is what I have done.
yeah. That is what
So,
I did too. Just
so
this thing is
just
the buy procedure like just you when you buy it like it to go to the bottom you do shift G then it's go to bottom then you hit I to get the enter mode then you write whatever you want then
right.
escape uh, colon and WQ and exclamation enter. That's it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, what was wrong with it? That's fine. Okay.
Okay, so clear now.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we move to the next session today?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you can stop your screen, I can share my screen.
I think you are the one who can stop it. I don't see any of those options right here. Share someone else's resume sharing. Yeah.
So can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
All right. So, okay. So till now, we were so busy in executing the commands and we were so bored, right? Every time commands, right? So today we'll do one thing. We'll learn a new concept, something interesting concept that is called integration toolkit. About this toolkit, we are going to learn today. So integration toolkit is a toolkit which is developed by which is used by the developers to develop the message flows and to develop the bars. Till now, what we have done, whenever IAB developer develops a code, when he gives us the bar file of that particular code, we are going to deploy it and we are going to change the properties and we are going to do all the admin related perspectives, whatever we want to do, right? But in today's session, we are going to learn how does a developer is going to develop a bar file. What is the tool he is using? So the tool is called integration toolkit. Okay. So this integration toolkit, being an IAB admin, it is not at all useful for us in the real time. But for this training, I made this thing as one of the most important thing, because when with the help of this tool, we will get a clear-cut idea how developer is going to write down his code, how developer is going to implement his message flow, how developer is going to develop a message flow, how developer is going to create a bar file of that particular message flow. That is what we are going to learn. In the real time also, the developer is going to use the integration toolkit to develop all his message flows, to deploy, to develop all his bar files. Okay. So in this training, what we are going to do is we are going to develop a sample message flow, and the intention of the flow is, okay, let me write down, let me draw the diagram of this. PowerPoint, where is my PowerPoint? Yeah, here it is. Oops, it's no more. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Control line. Yeah, fine. Okay, can you see my whiteboard?
What is that?
Can you see my whiteboard?
Yeah, whiteboard. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So in today's session, what we are going to do is we are going to develop a message flow using integration toolkit. And the message flow intention is, for example, in a server, we have a queue manager QM1. On top of this QM1, we have a broker also, which is BR1. So in QM1, we are going to create a local queue, say QL1, and we are going to create another queue local called QL2. So the thing is, when we put a message in QL1, automatically the execution group of your broker will pick up this message, and that is going to put the message in QL2 automatically. That is what our message flow intention, that is what our business requirement, and that is what we are going to do in this training. Okay, so it means whenever we develop a message flow, the intention is whenever message has been put in the QL1, automatically that is going to be redirected into QL2. Because
okay, so one is one is input queue and the other one is output queue.
Output queue, exactly. Okay, so this is the input queue, this is the output queue, and your message flow intention is when we put a message in QL1, automatically your message flow is going to pick up that message, that is going to route that queue to QL2, which is the output one. From here, the application is going to consume and it is going to process. But here, to develop this scenario, we are going to design a message flow. That is what our today's session is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, come on. Okay. So the thing is, if you remember the introduction session, in the introduction session, we have already discussed about the advantages of IIB, right?
Yes.
So what are the advantages of IIB? Can you let me know?
Yeah, transformation, routing, and I think the one
Yes,
you would assert is the database.
exactly. So it uses to transform the message from one form to another form. IIB is used to route the message from one queue to another queue. So in this training, we are going to understand about this point, how message flow is having the capability of routing a message from one queue to another queue. So that is what we are going to implement today with the help of our integration tool. And IIB is used to store the message in the database. Yesterday we have seen that with the DSM concept, how broker can connect to the database. So today we are going to understand about this point, like routing of the message from one queue to another queue. Fine. Got a clarity
Yep.
what we are going to learn in today's training?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So to understand about the toolkit, so I already have integration toolkit installed in my Windows machine. So the command is going to be integration toolkit version 9.0.0.1. When I click this, so it is going to launch the integration toolkit. So initially it's going to ask about the workspace. So I mean, when developer opens an integration toolkit, we have to select the workspace. So by default, it takes C users Mohan. So right now I have logged in as a Mohan user in my computer. So it is going to take as C users Mohan IBM integration toolkit workspace. If I go to this path, so copy. So if I go to this path, right now there is nothing. Something called a dot metadata folder is there, and no folders are there in this area, right?
Yeah.
Now, when we deploy any bar file, when you design any message flow, that is going to be recorded in this path. See, users Mohan in this workspace, it is going to be have a record. That is what this workspace is called. So when I click OK, now it is going to launch the integration toolkit 9.0 software. So it will take some couple of minutes. Okay. Now it is going to look like this. The integration toolkit homepage look like this. So the top line is a title bar. It's a title bar. The second line is a menu bar. Second bar is a menu bar, like file menu, edit menu, navigate menu, search menu, project menu. All these are menu bar. And the one you are going to see here, this part is going to be application development part. It means whatever the developments we have done, those are going to be recorded here.
The
And the one
applications.
you are going come on. What happened? Again, why it is taking time? Okay, let's wait. So integration toolkit really consumes some bit high memory. So sometimes it may take some time to act upon. Okay. No connection. Okay. All right. So the below you are saying something called integration nodes, right?
Yeah.
So this is one for to do a remote administration of the integration nodes, to do the remote administration of message brokers. Like every time instead of logging to the servers and to check the health status of the broker, just open integration toolkit, just go to this thing, so we can monitor the remote integration things. So right now we have not connected to any remote integration brokers, so it doesn't show anything. So first of all, let's complete the message flow building thing first, and then let's come to this remote administration part. Okay, so now the thing is we have to develop a flow, right?
Yeah.
So to develop a flow, the thing is we have to go to file menu, click on new, click on message flow. We want to develop a new message flow, right?
Yeah,
So
but
click on message.
did you already create the queues?
No, I have not yet created. So let's design a message flow first, and then let's create the queues. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So right now, consider we are not IIB admins. We are the IIB developers right now. Okay,
Right.
because
Yeah.
we are doing the development part. Right now, we are developers till the session completes. So now to develop a new message flow, we have to click on the message flow option. Now it is going to ask the message flow name. So here I am giving a message flow name, something called say routing. Give it in capital letters. So we are so the message flow name is routing, because our intention is to route a message from one queue to another queue. So let's have the flow name as routing. And
I think you have to hit new first. Yeah.
yeah, So new application. Okay. The application name, say, okay, let's say app one. Oh, app one is already exist. Fine. Let's do one
Just
thing.
you can do it.
Okay. Let's do one. Let's
just
put something. Let's put like SVR.
oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now SVR application is the container of routing message flow. All right. So let's give it in capital letters. Oh, it doesn't come because it's already. Okay, that's fine. So let's click on finish. Now the appropriate. Okay. Now see, in the left hand side we can see some SVR application. Inside SVR application there are flows called routing.msg flow. These are the names what we have given, right?
Yeah. So the system appended the message flow
That's right.
as a suffix.
That's right. Okay. On the left hand side we can see something like this. On the right hand side we see something called some white space is opened.
Yeah.
And there is a palette button also. This palette button is having lot of nodes. All these are called nodes: WebSphere MQ node, JMS node, HTTP node, web services node. So a lot of nodes will be there. Anyway, we are not going to learn all these nodes. When you take the course of IIB development, you are going to learn each and every node. But this is not the IIB development session. This is IIB administration session. Okay. Now in the right in the white space, this is the space where we can design our message flow. Now what is our target here? Whenever a message comes to QL1, that has to be automatically redirected to QL2. That's what the intention of the message flow, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for that, we have to take nodes from WebSphere MQ, and there are two nodes, MQ input node and MQ output node. These are the two nodes what we have to take. So MQ input node, just do a drag and drag, and MQ output node, just do a drag and drag. That's it. Now click on the MQ input node. When we click on the MQ input node, on the below we can see some basic properties. The queue name. This is the input queue name. The input queue name is QL1. And the output queue name. The output queue name in the basic properties also it is having two things. The queue manager name and the queue name. So let's give the queue manager name is going to be QM1 and the target queue is going to be QL2, which is the output queue. And there should be some relation between MQ input node and MQ output node. Right now there is no relation. So there is some what is that called? I really forget what is that called. So there is three things: failure thing, out thing, and then catch thing. Do you see them?
Yeah, I see them. Yeah.
Okay. So go to out thing.
And
Do
the
a
mapping
mouse click,
to map it.
and then map to MQ output. Now, this arrow mark indicates a relation between MQ input and MQ output that if any message comes to this node, that will be traveled and that is going to reach to this MQ output node. That is what the intention of this arrow. Okay. Now, done. We have designed our message flow. That's it. Message flow has been created. Okay. Now, once the message flow is designed, the next duty of IIB developer is he has to build the bar file and then he has to give this bar file to IIB admin so that IIB admin can deploy it. Okay. Now let's design a bar file. So for designing a bar file, in the routing.message flow option in the right hand side, do a right click, go to new, and then select the bar file option. When we select this, it is going to ask the name. Okay, what is the name of your bar file? What name we can give for our bar file? So let's give something like
SVR bar, since we make one SVR. The application name is SVR.
okay. So let's give SVR bar. So click on finish. So now it is open a window called prepare with the SVR.bar. Now we have to It means now we are preparing the bar file. So in the below, when you come down, there is something called applications, and inside there is an SVR. So select this, and then on the right hand side there is something called build and save.
Yeah.
So click on this. Now it says that routing.message flow have been modified. You want to save changes? Yes, I want to save the changes. Now it says operation completed successfully. Adding to broker archive file. It means bar file has been added. Click OK. Now the bar file is going to be in the workspace. See, previously before building the message flow, there was only metadata directory in the workspace. But right now there is a folder called bar file, and in the bar file we can see svr bar.bar.
Yeah, but this
Okay,
bar
now,
file is still empty. Yeah.
yes, that's right. Now this bar file, developer is going to share with the IIB admin either via email or putting in a SharePoint, whatever the mechanism they follow. So SVR is a application, it's a project name. So we are having routing.message flow in SVR. But in the bar file, we will be having a bar file. Okay. Now let's get this bar file to our server. So for that, I am using a WinSCP. So I config for 3. So root. Fine. So the right side part is our Windows machine. The left side part is our Windows machine. The right side part is our Unix machine. So my bar file is in C. Okay. C users Mohan IBM integration toolkit 90 workspace bar file. This is my bar file, and let's copy it to in some where tmp location, which is a temporary where tmp. Now let's do a drag and drop. Fine. Now if I go to my machine, if I do cd where tmp, now we can see our bar file called svr.bar, right?
Yeah.
Now, so now it is okay. Now let's imagine we are IIB admins now. We are no more into developers. Okay. Now, did you get a clarity with the help of integration toolkit how to design a bar file? Any questions?
No, just it looks fine, but the only thing is I'm not sure why you just dragged this empty bar file from the local machine to your server.
Okay, so do you know WinSCP tool?
Yes.
So WinSCP tool is a tool that is going to move the files from your local machine to different servers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So right now my bar file is in my local machine. Now we have to place it in our VMware, which is a different server, right?
Yeah.
So to do that, I have opened a WinSCP and then I have logged into my Unix machine. And I went to where TMP path and I just did a drag and drop. That's it. Okay. Now that has been moved. That's it. That is what I did. Still WinSCP is confusing?
No, it is not about WinCP stuff. My question is like the bar file we are dealing with right here is the empty bar file. There is nothing inside it. So if there is nothing inside it, number one, like we can on the toolkit itself, I think there must be certain options where you can directly upload your bar files right there on the toolkit itself. To instead of opening WinCP and then copy from local machine to remote machine in the temp, can't you create this empty bar file itself is temp itself.
You mean to say to create a bar file without integration toolkit?
Yeah, I think this the one which says server bar dot bar is but the bar file is just a placeholder now. There is nothing, there is no document inside it. Yeah.
No, there is something. Bar file is not empty one. See, it is having some size. 3480 bytes of data is there in the bar file. It's not an empty bar file.
Okay. Okay.
So here it is having the routing information and the message flow information.
Oh yeah, yeah. Since we created the routing, it has that information in it. Okay.
Right. Okay. As you asked me this question, let's do one thing. So if we want to read the content of the bar file, so I believe till now we have not yet read the content of the bar file. Whatever the bar file we are having, we just blindly deployed it till now, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we want to read, the thing is in IIB, we can read the content inside the bar file also. So the command is, if we want to read the content of the bar file, the command is going to be mqsi read bar. So this command is going to read your bar file. So read bar, okay, let me recollect the command. So mqsi read bar minus b bar file name, that's it. So mqsi read bar minus b, and we have to read the content from svr bar dot bar. So it is like var tmp svr bar dot bar. So entire absolute path we have to mention and use minus r, which is a recursive thing. When we click this, see, this is the place where we have executed the command. Now it says reading the bar file using mqsa runtime mqsa read bar, and we are reading this file. So server svr.app.zip. So with the svr name only, we have created the application name in the integration toolkit. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the message flow name we have given is routing.msg flow.
Yeah.
And if you see the deployment descriptor, where it is going to have the bar file properties. So for example, if you see this thing, input.qname, PL1 we have given,
Yeah. Yeah.
and output.qmanager name, QM1 we have given,
Yeah.
and output.qname, QL2 we have given. It means that the bar file definitely is having some data. It is not an empty one.
Yeah, it is writing. Yeah.
Right? So bar file we have created, it's not empty, it is having some data, whatever the thing we have done in the integration toolkit. Okay. Now our thing is we have to deploy this bar file. But before deploying, let's create the queue manager. Let's create a bar broker and execution group, and then let's create QL1 and QL2, and then deploy the message flow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So right now, okay, there are two queue managers. So in QM1, we already have QM1. So in QM1, let's create a broker. MQSI create broker BR1 minus Q QM1. Oh, broker is already exist. Perfect.
Yeah, you have it.
Okay. So I thought it's been deleted because yesterday I had given session to another person. At that time I have deleted each and everything.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So broker one is not running. All right. So let's create it. Let's start it. MKSI start BR1. Fine. So MKSI list BR1 is now start. So let's start it. MKSI start BR1. So MKSI list. Oh, it is still start.
Yeah, I think you have to do the out info thing there.
Right. Exactly. Good catch. So BR1. No. Run MKSI PM1.
To M1.
Play nothing.
No, out info. Then star.
So this one.
The second one.
Yeah. All right. So alter auth info
Then out type.
Exactly. Then
And
check
check
client
client to none.
to none. Then
Check
check
local to
local.
none. To none.
Now do a refresh security and display auth info. So let's verify once. So check client is none and then check local is also none. All right. Now it must be running. Okay, let's start it. Oh, still to start. Okay, let's delete it. Let's recreate it. NPSI delete broker BR1. So NPSI create broker BR1.
What was the command to check what version of IIB we have? MQSI version some?
No, I didn't get your question. Can you come again?
The command we use to check the IIB version we have.
It is MQSI service minus V.
Oh yeah, service minus V, yeah. Okay.
So MQSI create broker BR1 minus Q QM1. Okay, now the broker is created. Now MQSI start BR1. Yeah, MQSI list. Yeah, now it is running. Also, if I do PS manage CF fiber BIP, all the BIP related processes for BR1 is now up and running. Now let's go inside QM1. No. So let's create an execution group. MQSI create execution group BR1 minus EG1. Fine, it's now created. Let's start it. MQSI start MSG flow BR1 minus EG1.
EG is supposed to start as soon as it is created, yeah.
I don't believe. When we created it is stopped only. We have to start it. Okay. Now EG1 is created and it is up and running. But in EG1 right now there is nothing deployed. Okay. So let's deploy the bar file. Okay. Before deploying the bar file inside QM1, let's create the Q locals QL1 and QL2. Okay.
Yeah.
So run mkc QM1, define QL QL1, define QL QL2. So display QL QL1. QL1 is now created. Display QL QL2. Now QL2 is also created. So QL2 card depth is 0. It means there are no messages. QL1 card depth is also 0. It means there are no messages. Perfect.
But
Now,
how you hold on. How you create QL1 and the QL2 on the same queue manager?
hey, we can create, right?
It's supposed to be on different queue manager.
No. On the same queue manager we are doing.
But our initial design was not like that.
No, our initial design was like that only. Hold on. Come on.
No, that was
I remove the PPT. Okay.
That was how we talked anyway. We were saying like we put it on.
No. What I told was we are going to have a queue manager called QM1. And in QM1, we'll be having a broker called BR1. And in QM1, we are going to have a queue local called QL1. And in the same queue manager, we are going to have a QL2 called, another QL called QL2. So whenever a message comes here, that will be automatically routed to QL2, which is in the same queue manager, not on a different queue manager. That is what I told, right? Isn't it?
Okay. I thought you said one queue is on queue manager 1 and the other one is on queue manager 2.
No.
That's fine.
No. All right. Okay. So we have created the queues. Now let's deploy the bar file. So to deploy the bar file, mqsi deploy br1 minus e pg1 minus a
then
var tmp spr bar dot bar. This is the command. So here I'm giving entire absolute path. That's it, nothing else.
yeah.
So deploying the bar file. Okay, broker successfully processed the deployment request. It means deployment is success. So before deployment, the EG was showing there is nothing deployed, but now something got deployed. Now if I do mqsi list br1 minus e eg1, it says that application svr and execution group eg1 is now running. So this is the name what we have created the application. So it is reflecting there. Now inside the application, what is the message flow? To see that, the command is going to be -k your application name. Now it is going to display the message flow. So the message flow name we have given is routing only, and that is what is reflecting here.
Yeah.
Fine. Now what we are going to do is we are going to place a message in QL1. So that will be automatically routed to QL2. So before that, let's enter inside QM1, display QL1, the card app. So there are how many messages are there in QL1 right now?
0.
It means nothing. And if I do display QL2 card app, and how many messages are there in QL2 right now?
Yeah, nothing there. So.
Nothing. So it means we have not yet put. Now let's put the messages in QL1. So do you know how to put a message in the queues?
I think you have to exit from the queue manager. Okay, so you already exit. So
Yeah.
I think AMQ S
AMQS port and
port.
then QL1 and QM1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's absolutely right only. But before executing this thing, we have to do like this. We have to go to MQ installation path, OPT, IBM, OPT, MQM, SAMP, not IBM. It's a MQ installation.
Yeah. Right.
Go to this path and execute called /AMQS put QL1 QM1. This is the syntax for putting a message. This is the MQ command, not IAB command.
Yeah.
Click enter. Now put program started. Now we are connected to QL1. Let's try to put a message. Message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4. All right. Now I have ended the put program. Now in QL1, how many messages we have been put?
4.
4 messages. It means the depth of QL1 should be how much? It should be 4, right? Generally,
It should
because
be
in
4, yeah.
So we have put 4 messages. It means generally the depth of QL1 should be 4. But when I enter inside the queue manager, when I see display QL1 depth, it is 0. The reason is for this QL1 there is a message flow running that has picked the messages, all these 4 messages, and the messages have been put in
to the output queue.
QL2. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. We get those messages only if it fails to put on output queue, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. It's again a different scenario.
Okay, okay. If
Okay,
we configure that fail stuff, yeah, it can go there.
yes. So right now in our message flow, there is no failed condition. We have not yet designed it. That's why failed condition doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, but you got the point, right? The QL1, from the QL1, the message flow which is running on QL1 that has put on the message on QL2. Okay, so you understand that with the sample message flow?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Now let me tell you one important point here. So in the routing.message flow, we have just used MQ input node and MQ output node. But in the real time, I'm pretty much sure that designing a message flow is not this much simple as we have seen. This is just a simple message flow, which is of no meaning, which is of no sense, right? The thing is, the application, I mean, in the real time, there is something called uh, there is something called uh, where is the compute node? Where is the compute node? Transformation. Yeah, compute node. So generally, the compute node, when you click and open this, see it opens a Java program. It opens a program. Here, the developers write down the code how the message has to be transformed. For example, it won't be as simple as like this. First of all, whenever message comes here, it will go to compute node, and in the compute node, the developers develop a code. According to the code, message is going to be transformed from one form to another form, and once it is transformed from the compute node, again it will go. It will come to the output node. So this is how it is going to be in the real time. So in the compute node, the entire magic lies. So it's like it's a coding, it's a pure coding. So the thing is, I am not that much good in coding. I really even having 1% knowledge also, I do not have in coding. So I really don't know what it means. But the thing is, this is how the developers are going to write down the code in the compute node. Understand?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it.
All right. So that is what the integration toolkit is. So I mean, I am expecting you as a perspective of IIB admin, do not waste time on the integration toolkit, because integration toolkit is mostly used by the developers only, not by the admins. But the bottom line is, this is how the developers are going to develop their message flows. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now let me tell you one thing. So with the help of toolkit, we can connect to the integration nodes also, right? The remote administration we can do, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So right now, let's connect. We have a broker BR1 and a QM1, right? So we can connect to that. Before connecting, let's do one thing. Display channel type SVR con broker.config. So this is the channel it is going to use. Display channel. Okay. So before connecting from the integration toolkit our broker, there is a server connection channel for our queue manager inside the queue manager. So let's change the MCA user to MQM so that it will connect in a proper way. Alter channel name, channel type SVR con, MCA user I am giving just like MQM. All right. Now open integration toolkit. On the integration nodes option, right now we can see no brokers, right? So click on integration node, click on connect to remote integration node. Now it is going to ask the queue manager name where your broker is configured, and the host name where your broker is configured, and the port name where your queue manager is running. It means that we need to create a listener also. So define listener. Is there any listener?
Listener for the queue manager?
Yes, listener for the queue manager.
Don't the queue manager have a default listener?
Of course, it will be having, but right now the listener is not running, right? So we have to create the listener. We have to start it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to have a listener when we created it. Yeah.
No, when we create a listener, it won't have it. It won't having. It will be having some default listener. So that is called system default listener.tcp. So you mean to say it should be having a port called something called 00? Okay, let's start it. Start listener. Yes, status. Yeah, it's running on 1414.
Yeah, 1414.
Okay. So the queue manager name is going to be QM1 where our broker is running, and the host name. So let's use the IP address. So what is the IP address of our machine? This one. Control V. Port number is 1414. Click on finish. The user Mohan is not authorized to connect to the queue manager. Okay, I got it. So the thing is, in my machine, I have logged in as a Mohan user. So it is trying to connect to QM1, but it is having some authorization issue, some OAM issue. So let me give it. Set MQR -M QM1 -T QMGR -P Mohan plus all. Let's give all. Okay. Now he will be having the access.
So you
Let's
get
connect.
the permission. Now you have to refresh it. You have to refresh it.
No, for this not a refresh not required. Okay, let me go to the errors and let's see. It says that okay, I got it. It's a channel authentication error. So let's turn on the security for QM1. Display QMGR. The QMGR CHLR property is, where is it? So CHLR is enabled. That's why it is not connecting. So let's disable it. Alter QMGR CHLR disabled. Display QMGR. Now the CHL auth property is disabled. So let's try to connect now. Connect. Yeah. See, now it's connected. Do you see the right hand side?
Yeah, yeah.
Now we can see BR1, and when I click this button, I can see application SVR, and when I click this, I can see the message flow. Now, when I do a right click and stop, the message flow will stop. No need to go to the server and no need to execute a command called mks stop message flow. Not required. Okay. For example, right now, if I do mksa list BR1, it says that EG1 is running. So to stop this execution group, the command we are going to use mksi stop msg flow BR1 minus E EG1, right? This is the command we have to use. But the thing is, when we have remote administration facility from the integration toolkit, we can do it from here itself. So right click on your EG, because this is what I want to stop. Click on stop. Now
Yeah.
EG is down. If you want to see, you can go and execute the things here. It says that EG1 is now stopped. So if you want to start it again, just do a right click, do a start. Now it's up and running. Now to verify it, again execute this command. See, now it's running. So it's as simple as that. That's what the remote administration is. So if you have 1 or 2 brokers, that's fine. But if you have hundreds of brokers, it is very difficult to log into each and every server. So at that time, this integration toolkit, the remote administration, is going to give you a lot of flexibility for doing all this kind of administrative stuff. I mean, for stopping, for starting all these kind of things. Okay, so got a clarity now, got a familiarity now with the integration toolkit.
Yeah. It is only like those commands you did to check the listener port number stuff. Okay. Anyway, I can get them when I go through the.
Right. Once I share the video with you, you can get the command.
I was thinking that this the port number is created by default. Yeah, 1414 is the
yes,
default port number.
Yes, you exactly right. The 1414 is the MQ default port number. We no need to create it. We can just add it.
If we do queue manager 2 again, still the port number remains 1414. Yeah.
No. It will be different. The thing is, in a server, we can start a listener with a single port only. Now, in this server, already 1414 is occupied. It is using by another process. Now, if you create another queue manager, if you want to start a listener, you have to use another port. We should not use that same 1414 port. Okay. Clear? Any questions? Hello.
Yeah. I'm here.
So clear? Any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So that's all for today. And before ending today's session, let me go to the course content once and let's see what we have completed till now. So till now, out of our 10 modules, we have completed introduction, installation, uninstallation, technical overview, command line interface, then the deployments, DSN yesterday done. Now integration toolkit is also done. Now the pending things are only 2: security and real-time scenarios. Okay, so maybe in another two sessions we're going to finish the training. All right.
Okay. Okay, I will go through this thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, okay then. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay.